For my first year here, I really enjoyed it. Concept was really well done. I think what Joe did, being the leader that he is, how he kind of handled everything, and the scheduling was really great. We all got to meet each other, kind of be around each other, be more comfortable, work on team building, and that starts with our leader. And I think we're all very grateful to have Joe as that leader to be able to kind of help us set those goals.
How excited are you to see Joe get back on the mound? You saw him as a teammate last year, and he is the
Yeah, he was actually in the weight room at 8 o'clock this morning, which I thought was just who he is. But it's just kind of the tone that he sets for everybody. But also seeing him work so hard, I'm excited for him to have those experiences, but also have his teammates around him to help him and to hopefully take off some of the weight too, so he can just kind of relax and come back and be himself.
You obviously had a career year last year. Coming into this offseason, when you think back of what you did last year, how do you either repeat that or double down and improve on that this year?
Yeah, I've had some time to kind of think about it, let it settle in. There were guys that I think, if you come down to it, there were guys that were better than me last year, and so what are the things that I need to do better to be those guys and compete like those guys? But I think what it all comes down to is just competing for my teammates, keeping the focus within the clubhouse, making sure that I'm showing up and being the best teammate I can, helping our guys achieve our goal, and that's to win a World Series. And I think as long as I'm doing those things, the rest will kind of follow, and hopefully everything will get better as I move forward. And if I stumble along the way, just hopefully that it's not too long and I'm able to kind of learn from the mistakes I've made and progress forward.
You didn't get here until maybe the first full squad workout at spring training last year, knowing you're with the club now this year, and having to go through that whole process. Things maybe a little more accelerated. You feel like you're in a little better spot right now, just for convenience.
Yeah, I'm really comfortable. I mean, it's just nice to have familiar faces. I feel better with the group this year, but my work ethic hasn't, or my workouts this off season hasn't really varied from last year. So I feel like I'm right where I need to be. I think I still have time. I'm not doing WBC, so I have that time to kind of focus on the team, focus on what I have to do for the team, and allow my body just to progress naturally.
Can you tell us about that decision, WBC? I'm assuming you were invited.
Yeah, I was invited. It was a hard decision for me to make, but at the end of the day, I have a finite time in the big leagues right now. With the way that I pitched last year, I think the rest is probably good to allow myself to achieve the goal that I want, and that's to win a World Series with this club here. And taking that time just to focus on that, I know that I will have more opportunities to play in the WBC with Canada again, and that's also a priority of mine. But right now, it's just kind of where this team's at and the culture that it is. I know that we have guys going to represent their countries, and that's great, and I love that. But to still have the core group of guys also at camp and me being there, I think is really important.
How hard was it when you had to back out in 2023?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I mean, I think I had COVID at that time, so I was able to play in 2017, and like I said, I'll have more opportunities, and I know they'll be there.
Michael had said that you pestered him every single day during
Yeah.
free agency. How big was it that he's back?
Yeah, I'm very happy to have Michael back. It's great to have him on the team. He benefits me so much in my career, just learning from him last year. But I get along with him very well. But I was pestering him quite a bit. I just wanted to make sure that I just wanted to help him also with what he's going on. There's a lot to do with those things. But also I just wanted to know that I wanted him back and the team wanted him back as well.
Joe talked about overcoming projections. And people, for some reason, overlook the Padres every year. You guys always overcome or perform beyond what people expected you from. What goes into that? What goes into being better than those quote-unquote experts think you're going to be?
Yeah, I think it's just the driven focus within our clubhouse is focusing on just us, I think, and allowing the rest of the white noise just to kind of be what it is. I think you see the way that our guys show up every single night, the work ethic that they put in, the electricity of what our players produce every single night, and that's who we are, and that's what we let our words be spoken into, and we throw the rest away, and we just see where we're at the end, and we made a really good push into the playoffs, and we didn't quite achieve our goal, but just canceling the outside noise and just focusing on our group and competing and the love for the game and showing up with the fans is kind of what is our driven focus.
Any other questions for me?
Awesome. Okay, thank you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys during the series.